This is a KTANE module tutorial for passcodes. It's a it is edgework heavy, simple, straightforward module. So first let's get the edgework. That's a lot of batteries. Okay. So we have 7 batteries and 4 holders. We have an empty port plate, and we had the serial number is 3 Mike 7 Indigo Alpha 0. So there are 2 types of this module, as you can see. It can either be 6-digit, where all the LEDs are red at the start, or 4-digit, where the first and last are yellow. If you strike, then it switches types, which I'll show later. So let's start with the 4-digit passcode. The first digit is going to be the number of batteries on the bomb. Well, that's simple, that's 7. The second digit is going to be just 0 unless any lit indicator has a vowel. And we do not have any lit indicators, but if we did and they have a vowel, then instead of putting 0, you would put the number of RJ45 ports plus 1. So if you had 2 RJ45 ports, you would put 3 as the second digit. The third digit for a 4-digit passcode is the number of AA batteries plus the number of PS2 ports plus 2. Let's see, so we have 6 AA batteries plus the number of PS2. We don't have any ports, so 6 plus 0 is 6 plus 2, so it's 8. The last digit changes with time. It is this number right here, the one that changes every 10 seconds, which in the manual is called the decasecond. We want to if there's any or these if there's exactly 1 or 2 of these indicators of IND, NSA, MSA, Bob, or FRK, not if there's 3 or 4. It has to be 1 or 2. If there's none, then it also doesn't apply. It has to be 1 or 2. You multiply that number by 2. We don't have that, so we won't multiply it by 2. Let's say we're gonna do it when this. Let's give it some time. Okay, let's first input these numbers and then we'll input that last one. So we have to see how many ports do we have. We have no ports, which means it's and 0 is even, so that means that we're gonna use the not odd table. Let's see, so the first digit is 7. That means that we are gonna look 7. You see it says IV and U right here for the 7. Now what does that mean? Well, in the module there are letters. This is not a priority list. It's not that if there's a I, then use I. If there's no I, then use B. There will only be one of these. As you can see in this, it'll be U. There is one of each for each number. Only one. If you have both I and U, then you probably counted the number of ports wrong, and you're this one and it's a 7 and an 8, for example. But there will only be one of this list. So 7, you would tell the diffuser I, V, or U. Click it. If it goes blue, then that means that it's the right answer. The next one is O, W, Y, or M. 8, D or T. Okay, now our last digit. Let's do it with the number 0. The number 0 will be W, Y, or M. So 0, you see it says 0 right here, we click W. And it's solved. Let's go to the 6th digit. So the first digit is always gonna be 8. It's just always gonna be 8. The second digit is gonna be the number of 5s and 7s in the serial number. The serial number is 3M7IAO. As you can see, there's 1 7. That means that it's 1. If the serial number was say 4T750, then it will be 3 because there's 1 7 and 2 5s. So you have 1. The third digit is the first digit minus the second one. So 8 minus 1 is 7. The fourth digit is the same as the 4-digit passcodes. That's here. Digit number 3 minus 1. So digit number 3 is the number of AA batteries, which is 6, plus the number of PS2s. We don't have any ports. Plus 2. So again, this is 8. Remember, we entered 8 in the third digit in this one, but it's minus 1. So it would actually not be 8, but 7. The fourth digit is digit number 2 for digit passcode. So this one. As you can remember, it was 0 because we don't have any lead indicators with a vowel. So we use 0 plus 1. So the actual number that we're gonna enter is 1. And the last one, it has to do with the number of strikes. So if you have 1 or more strikes, then it's the number, as you can see here, it is the number of strikes plus 1 times the number of strikes, and then you subtract 1. We do not have any strikes. Like if you have 1 or more strikes, we have 0, as you can see. So we go into the otherwise. If you have 0 strikes, then we enter 9. Well, okay, then we'll enter 9. Okay, so we still, the number of ports hasn't changed. We're still in this table. And we read 8. What does it say? D or T? What is 1? G or O? What is 7? IVU. Again. Then 1 again. G or O. And this last one, it would be 9, right? So say we were going to enter 9. Here it is. But we accidentally read the wrong table. Say here, H or X. It gives us a, right? Because we entered the wrong digit. Now, as you can see, it changed from a 6-digit passcode to a 4-digit passcode. If we strike again, it changes back. Every time you strike, it switches which type the module is. The only thing that should change from the 6-digit passcode is the last one, because it's the number of strikes. All the other ones should still be the same. So let's go through the if you have 1 or more strikes again, because that has changed. It is the number of strikes, which is 2 plus 1, so 3. Times the number of strikes. 3 times 2 is 6. Then subtract 1. So 5. Our digit is 5. If you do have more than 3 strikes, for one reason or the other, maybe you're in stand mode or have lots of strikes because you have a really large foam, then you would modulo 5 and then multiply it by 2. But we have 5. It's still one digit. So we're gonna see here. 8 DRT. 1 GRO. 7 IVU. We're gonna say IVU again. 1 is GO, and the last one, it's 5 A, B, or N. It's a pretty simple module. It's straightforward, but